Hello and welcome back once again to After the Credits. So today we're talking about the new Jamie Foxx film, Sleepless. When the hell did Jamie Foxx decide to start making movies again? He hasn't been around since, Ray? And now all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make another movie. So we have Sleepless. What did I think of Sleepless? I don't think it should have been called Sleepless. I think it should have been called Sleepy because I toned out for the first probably half of the movie. And again, really, it's one of those titles that doesn't make sense about why they call it Sleepless. It has nothing to do with that. Basically, what we start out with is, from what I remember, because like I said, I kind of zoned out for the first 20 minutes, and I kind of got the gist of what was going on, but it wasn't really drawing my attention in, so I just kind of zoned out thinking about other things, and I'm like, wait, I need to be paying attention to this movie because I'm supposed to do a review on this. So we start out with these two guys robbing drug dealers and stealing all their drugs, I guess to sell them themselves or whatever, and then we find out quickly that the two guys are cops. Then we cut out to Internal Affairs is launching an investigation, and one of the Internal Affairs people is supposed to be seeing a psychiatrist because something went wrong on their last assignment, blah, 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 blah. Same cliche shit from every movie. So then the one Internal Affairs agent who's supposed to be seeing the psychiatrist still suspects that these other two cops are dirty, but she's told not to get involved with anything right now. So she kind of starts doing her own thing against her superior's wishes, and she starts tailing one of the guys, which is the Jamie Foxx character. Turns out that the people that he stole the drugs from are like high-ranking, like mafia cartel type of people. They find out who he is, track him down, and they kidnap his son, and they're like, we want our drugs back or your kid's dead. So he goes and gets the drugs back from his partner, and he's going to take them to where these guys are at. The Internal Affairs lady follows him, finds out where he stashed the drugs until he gets his son back, because he took like half of it in, like, here's half of it. Once I have my son out of here safe, I'll give you the other half. She follows him, finds out where he stashed it, takes it. So he goes back to get the drugs to get, now that his son's released, and it's like, oh shit, the drugs are gone. So instead of just going back and saying, hey, this fucking Internal Affairs lady was following me, she got the drugs, let me find her, I'll get it back, I just need a little bit more time. Then this other big mafia guy shows up who the drugs were supposed to go to originally, and he's one of those guys that doesn't play nice with others and kills people for no reason, because we actually see him kill his own cousin. Well, he cuts his cousin's tongue out for informing to the DEA. So then we got Jamie Foxx fighting with the Internal Affairs lady, trying to say, like, I'm undercover. I've been undercover for like 2 years. I'm trying to bring down my own partner because he's crooked. Basically I'm Internal Affairs myself, but no one knows. And they have my son. I need the drugs back so I can get him. And then after my son's safe, I'll help you take everyone down. She doesn't believe him, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, after a while, things kind of pan out. There's a big shootout. He gets his son back. He's trying to escape with his son, but has to make his way through the casino. And they're like chasing him through the casino and stuff. So he's got the mob guys chasing him through one side, and he's got this Internal Affairs lady chasing him from the other side. And he's just trying to get one of them to leave him alone or get on his side or something and get the drugs back so he can get his son out of there without hassle. Well, then the third guy shows up, so now he has 3 different directions blocking him. And eventually it leads up to where he earns the Internal Affairs lady's trust by revealing that, spoilers, in case you didn't know by the way these movies play out, because it's the most generic script you could ever imagine, her partner is the one who was behind it all along. And he's the one who, set her up in her last thing when everything went wrong. He's the reason it happened. So, there's the big shootout and everything, and of course everything's revealed and blah, 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 and happy ending. He makes it out with his kid. They're both safe. The Internal Affairs lady trusts him now, says he's a good cop, blah, blah, blah. And then a sequel baits the hell out of the movie, because the big bad who kind of showed up and doesn't play well with others was the son of this other even more big bad, who he's like, well, if I don't resolve this, my father's going to come down here, and you guys know you don't want him down here. So then the father calls to see if everything's resolved, and one of the crooked DEA agents picks up the phone. He's like, yes, sir, this is so-and-so. We have a problem. And end. Credits. So sequel bait the hell out of it for a movie that probably won't happen because this movie was kind of shit. Like I said, it was trying to be something good. It was trying to be a good action movie, a good, not even really buddy cop, but kind of like drug bust movie. But it's just so cliche. It hits every fucking mark in the book. It's like, hey, what made all these other movies okay, and it's like, let's take all the most cliche shit out of each one and put together a story. And like I said, it was so cliche, within the first 2 minutes of the movie being on, I completely zoned out of it for about 25 minutes. And I still managed to know what the hell was going on throughout the movie. Not really much else to say about it other than that. I don't really recommend it. What would I give it as far as a star rating? Probably like a 2, maybe less. I don't know. I'm gonna try to be fair to it, because like I said, it wasn't necessarily that it was a bad movie. It was just so cliche that it was boring. Yeah, I'll give it a 2. That's the best I can do for it. I'm honestly debating dropping it down to like a 1.5. I don't think it's quite a 1. It's not quite that bad, but it's like borderline bottom 2. It's almost a 1.5 for me, honestly. But I'm going to be fair and give it a 2. If you like schlock films that hit every cliche in the book, check it out. Honestly, I would more recommend, what was that Chris Tucker film that he did with, not the one with Jackie Chan. Well, even those, would be better, but there was another one that he did with, I want to say Charlie Sheen, but I don't think it was Charlie Sheen. Maybe one of the Baldwins? No. Maybe it was Charlie Sheen. I don't remember. Anyway, that Chris Tucker movie, I would recommend that because it's kind of the same premise without being as cliche. So I would probably recommend that one over this. But, if you like those types of films, I guess check it out. But for me, it was just boring. It was cliche, and it could have been better. So that's it for this episode. Kept it short, fairly. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Links are down there in the description. Click the bell up here in the corner. Make sure you're getting updates every time I post new content. And until next time, I'll see you after the credits.